What's going on, guys? MixedSid here, back again for another cocktail video. And in today's cocktail video, guys, I will be doing two versions of the Cosmopolitan Cocktail. So it will be the classic 1934 version of the Cosmopolitan. So that is the first version that you see in the cocktail book. It's first mentioned the pioneering of mixing at the elite bars in 1934, the cocktail book. That's first mention of the Cosmo. And it will be making the 1988 version, the most modern one, the most famous version of it, which was invented by Toby Cecchini, was made famous at the time. Vodka was king in the 1980s and is the most popular drink in the world throughout the 1990s thanks to Sex and the City, which made it very, very famous, the Cosmopolitan. Because for the original, you see the difference. Because with the modern one, it has Citron Vodka in it, and in 1934, gin was the king, and then because they didn't have vodka back then in the 1930s. So the first cocktail I make will be the 1934 Cosmopolitan Cocktail. So what you want to do now is get your cocktail shaker and put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. So the first ingredient to a shaker, guys, is 60ml or 2 ounces of gin. It's going to say just called silver gin, but I'm going to use the Plymouth gin for today. Next is 15ml or half an ounce of Cointreau triple sec liqueur. Next is 22.5ml or 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And last but not least, 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5ml of raspberry syrup. Because that's where it gets its famous pink colour from 1934, not the cranberry juice as we know it today. Right, now put your lid on, give it a good hard shake, 8 to 10 seconds, get it nice and chilled. Right, now get your coupe glass and double strain into it. Because as you can tell with the Cosmo, it has that famous pink colour that comes with it, that reddish pink. Because this is a lighter pink from the earlier version of it. And the final thing to do now is garnish it with a lemon wheel. Beautiful. Because you can use an orange wheel like the original version of it. And there we go, guys, the 1934 version of the Cosmopolitan Cocktail. I expect it to be a bit tartier than the later version from Toby. Because it's got gin, it will be a little bit more bitter, I think. Right, now to make the most popular version of it, the 2-1-1-1 equation. Right, so get your Martini glass. Put an ice cube to chill the glass. Now we can discard the ice. Right, so put your glass to one side now. Get your cocktail shaker. And again, put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. Because it needs no introduction, this version of it. Because it is in bed, but there is other claimants to it, to the Cosmopolitan. Like from Cheryl Cook, she found cranberry juice and the Citron Vodka worked. Like that. Because in 1985, but there's no dispute in Toby's version. It's the most accepted version of it, and the most popular one. And the most popular version of it, as the celebrities made it famous, and so did Sex and the City, and there was no looking back. So to make Toby's version of it, the first ingredient into a shaker, guys, is 60ml or 2 ounces of Citron Vodka. As you can tell, vodka was all the rage in the 80s. Was there another honourable mention to DeGroff as well. So next ingredient, guys, is 30ml or 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. Next ingredient, 30ml or 1 ounce of Cointreau triple sec liqueur.
And
And last but not least, to give it its famous pink reddish colour, 30ml or 1 ounce of cranberry juice. Now put your lid on, give it a bang. Now give it a good hard shake, 8 to 10 seconds to get nice and chill. And now give it a bang. Now one thing to mention, you don't have to double strain, but I'm going to double strain into my martini glass. And the final thing to do now is garnish it with a lemon twist. Just the aroma and drop it. And there we go, one Cosmopolitan Cocktail, the 1988 version, the most accepted, most popular version of the Cosmo. And there we go, we've got two classics of the Cosmopolitan Cocktail, so the 1934 version and the most modern that's still used today from 1988 from Toby Cecchini. Which one is better? I'll try the 1934 version first. Like I said, I expect it to be tartier with gin in it. Like I said, I expect it'll have a bit more bitter taste, a bit more bitter notes. You know what? It's not that bitter at all. The raspberry supplements it because it gives it a little bit of a sweeter taste. It's not as tart as what I thought it was going to be. Especially with the strongest notes I'm getting is the lemon, but I can definitely taste the raspberry. That's a compliment, especially with the gin as well. That's alright, because it's nice that. I like it. If I was to give it a rating, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. That is nice. And now the most famous recipe of the Cosmopolitan Cocktail. How does Toby's version, the inventor of the Cosmopolitan Cocktail, taste? Oh, that is beautiful. Because the cranberry juice you can taste, that's overpowering. But it's not that bitter at all. It's got to say, it has a kick to it. That's what I'm tasting. It has a kick. It's got more of a kick to it than the 1934 version of it. That's what I'm tasting. But you know what? It's got to say, the citrus vodka is lovely with this. It's still covered with the Cointreau and the lemon and the lime juice. But that citrus vodka they've used is absolutely beautiful. That, to me, it just about edges it. It's because despite 934 one being a little bit more sweeter with the raspberry syrup, I prefer Toby's version, the most famous version of it, the 2:1:1:1:1 ratio. Because what it is, it's 60ml, 2 ounces, and then 1 ounce for each 130ml. But I prefer Toby's version, the most modern version, the most accepted, most famous version of it. Made famous from Sex and the City, like I said, in the 1990s. You couldn't go to the bar without seeing one of these, without seeing the Cosmopolitan Cocktail. But which version do you prefer? How do you like your Cosmopolitan Cocktail recipe? Because I've done the classic version from 1934 and the most modern, most popular version from 1988 from the inventor Toby. But I've been MixedSid. Because I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed the Cosmopolitan Cocktail. I recommend it if you've never tried one, because it is beautiful. It's a nice vodka recipe. Or if you want to try the gin version, or if you are a gin lover, then I would recommend 1934. Give that a try. But don't forget to like and subscribe to MixedSid for more cocktail videos like this. And I will see you guys for the next cocktail video. Cheers. Which one wins for you?